Queen humiliated by Bill Clinton after former president snubbed her for curry. The Queen was humiliated by former U.S. President Bill Clinton after he declined an invitation for tea at Buckingham Palace in search for a London curry, archive records show. Mr. Clinton wanted to be a tourist during his visit to the UK in 1997. For him this entailed traipsing around London, seeing the sights, and visiting one of the capital's famous curry houses. Then Prime Minister Tony Blair was more than willing to show the U.S. President the ropes, formally classified documents show. Downing Street wanted to pull out all the stops for Mr. Clinton's visit, then seen as crucial to establishing a good working relationship between the UK's new government and the White House. Mr. Clinton and his wife Hillary visited the city on their way back from a NATO summit at The Hague on May 29, 4 weeks after Mr. Blair had won a landslide general election. The visit was the president's first to London for 18 months, and ran for just a few hours from 11:30 a.m. to 3:45 p.m. It left the Clintons with 4 hours of free time to fill before their flight back to Washington. On hearing the pair would be in town, Buckingham Palace contacted number 10 to say the Queen would be very pleased to invite the Clintons to tea at 5 p.m. on the brief one-day detour. Though very grateful for the Queen's invitation, the Clintons chose to decline politely, despite concerns among U.S. officials that this would be seen as a discourtesy, according to National Archives papers published on Tuesday. The invitation to tea was made 9 days earlier on May 20 when Downing Street aide Philip Barton reported in a memo, "The palace have been in touch with us to say that the Queen would be very pleased to invite the President, with or without the Prime Minister, and or Mrs. Clinton to tea next Thursday." The event was added into a new schedule, with Mr. Barton reporting hopefully that Clinton has said that he would like to spend more time in London. However, that same day, U.S. officials made clear Mr. Clinton had no intentions of seeing the monarch. In a meeting with Britain's ambassador, they explained that the White House were definitely not seeking a contact with the palace. The Clintons would want the fun bit of the program to be very informal. After the invitation had been rejected, Mr. Barton told number 10 aides, "The Americans said that the President and Mrs. Clinton were very grateful for the Queen's invitation to tea at the palace, but would wish to decline politely." He added that the Americans had no clear idea about what the Clintons would do instead of going to the palace. He said, "The President had said that he wanted to be a tourist and had also expressed an interest in visiting a garden, shops and Indian food." They hoped that the Prime Minister would accompany him. "We said that he would." Ideas for fun that had been touted in the Foreign Office included Mr. Blair and Mr. Clinton jamming together. The President, known to be a keen saxophonist, could have had the chance to join the Prime Minister guitar to play together briefly. The Clintons and the Blairs ended up going for a lavish supper at Terence Conran's Pont de la Tour restaurant near Tower Bridge, costing a modest £298. Their stopover in London was classed as a guest of government visit rather than a formal state visit by officials in Whitehall.